your energy. I need your energy. This world.
Well, good morning and welcome back, everybody. Matt McCullock coming to you from the beautiful Gaslamp District here in San Diego, California. You know, things have been moving pretty fast since touching down a couple days ago here in SAN. You saw that the Hawkeyes got to spend a little bit of time away from the football field by going out to the San Diego Zoo. But how exactly did the Iowa Hawkeyes get to this point? Well, there's one game in particular that they credit the most.
You can't avoid the excitement when you're scrolling through Twitter or Facebook and you see the reactions from teams learning their postseason fate. Today, the reactions and celebrations a bit off. ESPN accidentally leaked the women's basketball tournament brackets mere hours before the selection show. Those priceless moments weren't completely at a loss, though. Drake, they were happy to learn they're staying in state for their first round matchup. Day 2 of our coverage of the boys high school basketball state tournament. We shift our focus now to Class 3A, and it features some of the brightest preps in the state of Iowa. Norwalk's Bowen Bourne is the highest scoring player in the tournament. And then you have the two-headed monster from Oskaloosa, Xavier Foster and Cole Henry. We get to see all of them in action today. Welcome back again, everybody. It is time to take a look back at the week and relive some of the plays that made us get up and out of our seats. At number 1, facing last week's number 1 team, Dowling Catholic, who lost to Valley last week.
Who's doing these rankings?
Can the Maroons
Des Moines Register.
Can they rise back to the top, or do the experienced Dragons continue to roll on? Here we go.
We'll see. We shall
Dowling
see.
sitting at 5th in the polls this week. Here come the Dragons. The Maroons forced to punt on their very first drive, guys. That's not good, but this is good on special teams. Check
huge.
this out. Bounces off the chest of the Johnson returnman. Dowling recovers. That is one way to get a chunk of yardage. Jason Murray does the rest. Punches it in from just a yard out. Dowling takes an early 7-0 lead. I'll tell you what, Johnston senior quarterback Andrew Nord has a rifle of an arm. Check out the spiral and then the catch. Anthony Coleman going up and grabbing that one. But this not so good. Very next play, Nord is picked off. Dowling gets the ball there, leaving the Dragons empty-handed on that drive. That is costly. The game filled with spectacular catches. Look at this. Exact same location. Zach Waters to Jack Lyman. Almost a mirror image of the two. Only difference is that Dowling converts on theirs right there. Waters, the old QB, sneak into the end zone. PAT has missed. They still lead 13-0. Waters looked like a completely different quarterback tonight than last week. Perfectly thrown ball into the corner. Colin Cook with the touchdown. Dowling, they roll on tonight, rebounding, shutting out number 1 Johnson 27-0. I love the Clark County guys. I think you guys are definitely on the rise. But I'm sorry, I think that Des Moines Christian has
Yeah, sure. Digging it. All right, Matt McCullock.
Yeah, let's get you some more highlights in Class 4A. Ankeny Centennial have seemed to have found the right stuff this year. The Jags have found the win column each and every week this season and are getting it done in all 3 facets of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. Tonight they face Roosevelt, who they beat only by a touchdown last year. We picked this up with Ankeny ahead 21-0 in the second quarter. Yeah, guys, please don't prove me wrong here. This sounds like textbook pandering, but I'm going with Madrid. Give me the helmet.
Oh, he's putting on the headgear. Give him the wave.
The South Central Calhoun Titans are trotting into familiar territory Friday night.
We've been in the quarterfinals with the South Central Calhoun Titans now 5 out of the last 9 years that we've actually been consolidated.
The 10-0 Titans aren't just beating their opponents, they're dominating them, scoring at a clip that's 9th highest in all of Class 1A.
There you go, there you go.
And as the points keep adding up for the Titans, so do the dollars.
If I score 1 point, they can do $1 a point or $2 a point or really any amount they want to.
Earlier this year, the Titans community lost J.C. McAlexander, a former football player and team manager, to cancer.
You know, he would come out here every single day. He was one of those kids that he was in an awful lot of pain, but he would never, ever show it. He came out here and he wanted to do his job. He just wanted to, you know, be a normal student, be a normal kid.
He was everybody's friend, and everybody wanted to be his friend, and he was just fun and energetic, and He was the best kind of friend you could have.
JC's been our inspiration through and through.
That's what set the wheels in motion for Titans kicker Zane Newbaum. The junior kicker announced at the beginning of the season he would raise money for cancer research. With every swing of his right foot, money is raised through donations for each field goal and extra point that splits the uprights.
It's just to help raise awareness for research, for the kind of cancer he had, and for really all the children that are fighting cancer, because it just doesn't seem fair that they should all have to go through that.
Zane is awesome. You know, he's a great kicker for us with the PATs and field goals, but he's even a better kid. You know, he doesn't talk about it. He's just one of those kids that he does a lot of things behind the scenes, and he does all the things the right way.
Zane's goal began hoping to raise $1,000.
We're at 5,200, a little more, a little less. I just thought any bit that I could help out would help. I didn't think it would be like this at all.
And if the Titans can get one step closer to a state title Friday, they could also be one step closer to helping find a cure in honor of J.C. McAlexander.
That's just a cherry on top.
In Lake City, Matt McCullock, Local 5 Sports. We are Iowa.
We're just two, goofy guys that don't like being cooped up.
Last month, Mark Nyans got the idea to run the Drake Relays Marathon virtually inside of his apartment. And yesterday, he found another way he could help by combining his two favorite things: running and craft beer.
Any of his big ideas usually come out to be pretty fun, pretty crazy, a little stupid, but, at the end of it, he's got a big heart.
Mark, along with his running partner Tyler, hit dozens of breweries all across the metro. From Ankeny to Bondurant, over to downtown and West Des Moines, Mark ran a mile around each brewery, dropping shout-outs on social media all along the way.
Tag them, tag their hours, and curbside to go if they had that option available.
Their journey began at 2:30 in the morning, and by 10 a.m., they had finished what they started. "17 miles in total."
It's funny how it started out as one thing, and then it just kind of evolved into another thing as we were going, and that's the beauty of it. Get out, be active, and support local as best you can.
In Des Moines, Matt McCullock, Local 5 News. We are Iowa.
Basketball has always been more than just a sport to DJ Wilkins.
If something going on, just come in here, listen to music, and just put up shots, you know what I mean? Not think about too much.
Growing up in Maryville, Indiana, a basketball haven, Wilkins was a standout throughout AAU and high school.
We were a pretty good team. My senior year, we got up there to be #1 in the state. So we were pretty good in the Class 4A Indiana basketball.
The two-time All-Staters future on the court seemed like it was on a direct path to stardom. But his journey took many twists and turns along the way.
I didn't have too many offers leaving out of high school, so I had to go prep.
Wilkins spent a year at Sunrise Christian Academy in Wichita, Kansas.
Basketball, that's all we did every day, so it just pounding you with basketball.
Wilkins proved his talent at the next level, leading him to junior college at Florida Southwestern.
I mean, you cannot not like it being in Fort Myers. And then, sunny, 85 degrees.
Finally, everything was breaking right for DJ.
Come on.
Or so it seemed. During a routine physical going into his first season with FSC,
they were telling me, you might not be able to play competitively, ever again.
Doctors noticed DJ's heart was abnormally large.
I've been playing sports my whole life, never felt different, never breathed differently, never had after games feel a type of way, never. First day my workouts come, Coach Marty you won't be able to, you can't participate until you get cleared more. The doctors figure out a solution, and from that day on it was the next month.
Wilkins was never cleared, and had to sit out the entire season.
That was a point where it was just like whoa, like, you know what I mean? Everything I done did, everything I done been through, for it to end like this, it would have just been devastating.
Fortunately, his career didn't come to a halt. Wilkins went through treatment and was eventually cleared to play. And on a recruiting trip for the Murphy twins, Coach Darren DeVries couldn't help but notice Wilkins during practice.
DJ was working out pre-practice, and he caught my eye just by his workout and what he was doing, how hard he was going at it, and it was a love at first sight, if you will.
DeVries took a leap of faith and offered Wilkins a scholarship without Wilkins ever playing a single minute at Florida Southwestern. Wilkins took the leap too, and is now a key component to DeVries' first-year team.
He gives us consistency every night, the way he shot it. He can handle the ball, he defends, he gives us great effort, and for a freshman, he's beyond his years in that regard.
I don't feel no different. I feel like how I played back in prep, back in high school. Like, my body don't feel no different. It's just, for me, it's just a blessing to be out there playing basketball every night.
An opportunity he thought he'd never be able to live just 14 months ago. And for that, DJ now sees the game and life in a whole new light.
I sit back sometimes, thinking about it like, man, that was crazy. Like, like it was almost over for me. But right now, I'm pretty much just living in the moment. I'm happy with our team. I'm happy that we're winning, and I'm happy I'm playing ball.